Right, so the last time this horse was loaded, he spent several hours and they had to dope him eventually so that he was asleep and literally lifted in. But I'm just going to demonstrate how I would load a horse like him. See, it starts now. He's looking all the time and I'm leaving him alone. And I'll feed him some rope so that he can consider it without getting in his way, and I'll tell him he's a good boy for not running away from it. And he's looking again, so I'll let him do that. Just let him have a sniff around. He may want to paw the ramp just to investigate it. So that's good trying there. So I'm going to tell him he's good, not get in his way, not put too much pressure on. It's at this point now people would put pressure on. See, I'm leaving him to it and he's working it out himself and just experimenting a little bit with what's in front of him. When his attention deviates like that, I'll just gently bring it back. And now he's trying again. I'll feed him some rope, leave him alone. What a good lad. And I'm just off a standard head collar here. I don't believe in putting pressure on them and hauling them in with brute force. You can see all the time I'm just letting him. That's pretty good, big boy. Now coming out might be a problem. Let's see what he does. Now again, I'm just going to get him looking at this and give him the space to come out. I'm big man. That's nice and easy. Now he's been here for starting, so he's been here 4 or 5 weeks and we've got him riding now, and we've done a lot of work with him getting his brain working the right way. And it just shows you work with a horse correctly and get them thinking and considering things and trusting you and working with you, then they'll try things for you, even though previously he was petrified of this. Come on, big boy. I need him to try again. He's gone a little bit piggy, so I'll tell him he's all right. There's no big deal here. Just need you to come and give me a little step. Good lad. Yeah, he nearly came all the way there. Give him a little rub on the head to say, what a good boy. You coming in again? Come on, you were good there. That was very good. Come on, you're not going anywhere. Good lad. Still trying. Look, he's looking. Just get him to consider it. By asking. Now he's just gone a bit blasé to it, so I'm going to hassle him a little bit till he starts considering, and that's fine, because that's what that means. Let's ask him again. There we go. You know, the more he does it without any trouble and I let him come right round and out again, the happier he'll be with it. You don't want to just get him in and shut him in. You want to teach him how to come in and go out and that it's no big deal. Come on in. Good lad. Go on a bit more than that. Come on, you're doing well. Good lad. So now you can see him thinking, shall I go backwards or shall I go forwards? It's important at that point that I don't put too much pressure on. See, I'm just leaving him to make the decision. There. And when he tries and reaches forward like that, I'll leave him alone. That's good. That's not a bad thing. People tell a horse off for that often. Now I need him to just take one step for me. Anything will do. Good. Come. Okay. That's all right. He's just experimenting with whether he has to do this or not. And I'll ask him for a step over here. When he goes back like that, it's fine. I'm going to let him go back at this point. Let me tell him he's good, because he is good there. You know, the worst thing you could do is pull on him to the point that he realizes you haven't got much strength compared to him. So, you know, let him go out. If he's really going to go out, let him go out. Let's get some. Now here you see he's just gone a bit stuck. Now that's all right, because I'll show you something. If that continues, I'll show you something we can do to get him moving. See, that's just pigginess there. Because he knows how to do this and he's not scared. Right, I'm going to show you this. This is what I call a quarter loop. Just put this loop over his quarters, just to get those back feet moving, because he's just being a little bit ignorant there. And that's the thing, you've got to be able to see what's going on in a horse's head. You know whether they're being worried, in which case you help them, or just being a bit piggy, in which case you tell them to get on and do the job. Now there, he's worried by that, so I'm going to ease off him a bit. He's got to where I want him. I'm going to say that's good, that's all we need, is a bit of effort. It's the slacking off that I don't like. It's the laziness. Come, big boy. And move some feet, get something moving. That's good. Put that on. See, he can come in and come straight out again, so you needn't think it's a big deal, because it really isn't. I just need him to do it when he's asked to do it. Good. Boy. Let me just put this on as a precaution in case he goes piggy again. I want him to know that that's not an option now. I'm just going to put this over his bum again. So that he knows when he's brought to this ramp there isn't an option. It's forward. Up into the lorry without compromise, and we'll get him really automatic here, to the point that he's not even thinking about it. He just knows it's part of his job, he can do it, and it's no big deal. And if he gets worried, I'll help him, and if he slacks off, I'll tell him. Right, let's put this on again. This is fine, he's doing well here. He's just trying his options, and that's what he should do. Any young horse will do that. And it doesn't matter to me what he does, because I know we're going to get him loading. So he needs to exhaust all those options, which is why I haven't got this little lorry against a wall, and I haven't got people stopping him going left or to the right. I want him to exhaust all those options and realise it's not going to work. You know, he's tried sticking his feet. And that's, we've countered that with this quarter loop. And the more he does it, the more he realises it's easier just to do the job than to not. Good boy. Yeah. Come. Hear that? Now the only option he's trying is the one that I want, which is to load into the lorry. So he's quite an easy one for me. Come, because he's trying, he's young, he's open, he's not learnt any bad tricks. He's just, he's probably a little bit worried by it. And he did try to stick his feet a little bit, but that's not anything unusual with a young horse anyway. He's probably done that going to and from the field. Get him really automatic now. Go on. So you see, when they know and you've helped them understand it, they don't worry about it and they'll just do it whenever you ask them. They'll only resist it if they're worried about the consequence of doing it. And here, it's easier for him to do it than it is not to do it. So it just makes sense for him just to walk up there ahead of me. Come on out. A big yob. But you see, there's no pressure, there's just a bit of hassling, telling him what I want him to do and following him up, making sure he does it. Let's bring him out. So this is a young, unspoilt horse. He's only had one bad experience where he had a few attempts to load him over a couple of hours and then he had to be doped. But now he's been here, I've worked with him, got him started, he's had his saddle and bridle and rider on, and we've got his mind working the right way. He knows me, he knows what humans are in the whole equation. We pay the bills and he's got to do as he's told, he's got a job to do. Come. But it's not forceful, it's assertive. If he says I'm not doing it, then it gets a little bit tougher for him. But mostly it's straightforward and easy if he just gets on with it. So that's him, he's done. And he'll load now every time for the rest of his life until he has a bad experience again. So we'll put him away. That was good.